My name is Leslie Esters Redwine, and I serve as Brooklyn Labs Chief People Officer, General Counsel. Already? No. Let me start over again. My name is Leslie Esters Redwine, and I serve as Brooklyn Labs Chief People Officer, General Counsel, and Chief of Staff. And with all those hats today, I'm going to be the MC for this event. Now, you might be asking yourself, why a convocation? Convocation is a tradition that stretches back centuries in schools and universities. The word itself comes from the Latin convocare, which means to call. It is a moment when the entire community, students, families, teachers, leaders, and friends come together to mark the beginning of a year with inspiration and purpose. And we hope that we inspire you today. For all of us at Brooklyn Lab, Convocation is a way to set the tone for everything that lies ahead. It's a time to celebrate, to align around our mission, and to remind ourselves that each of us is part of something bigger than ourselves. This year, our theme is Level Up, a call for each of us to rise higher, push further, and reach new heights in learning, leadership, and community. Today, we gather to challenge ourselves, to celebrate one another, and to commit to a year of growth and excellence. And at this time, we are honored to welcome our wonderful school social worker, Miss Lashley, who will inspire us with a song to celebrate today's convocation.
I feel the same way about all of you. This is what Ms. Lashley is doing about all the students. I celebrate all of you. I'm delighted to be able to serve in this capacity. My job today, I'll wait, thank you. My job today is to give you a little bit of history about a song that people of color have adopted as our Black national anthem. And that song is Lift Every Voice and Sing. I get to perform it a lot, all over the world, probably for almost all of my singing life. So for all of you that don't know, James Weldon Johnson, in the year of 1900, he was a principal in Jacksonville, Florida. And he wrote this poem that we now call our Black national anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. And then later, his brother, John Rosamond Johnson, for Lincoln's birthday, at the time it was a big celebration, he added music to it. And then not very many years afterwards, in 1919, the NAACP adopted it as the Black national anthem. It is something that we sing, it is something that our children, our scholars, you all should know about because it is your history, your legacy, and it is a reflection of the resilience of people of color in this country all over the world. So I'd like you to join in and sing with me. I think the words might be posted. Yay. So we're only going to sing a portion of this on the left side. I will start. Please join in if you know it, and if you don't, let's learn it. And in honor of this ceremonial moment, we always stand. So let's all stand to our feet. That's not what, ladies and gentlemen. If you hear my voice, clap once. If you hear my voice, clap 2 times. Respect and homage to your and my ancestors. Out of respect and homage to everyone that has gone before you. Out of respect and honor to the shoulders that both you and I stand on, in silence and reverence. Thank you. So you're going to join in if you can. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the glistening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a brought us, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Yes, yes.
Wasn't that just amazing? Wasn't that just she has the most beautiful voice? If you can hear my voice, clap one. So now that we have heard that wonderful inspirational song, it is my privilege to introduce our Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Garland Thomas McDavid, who has led Brooklyn Lab for 4 years after a distinguished quarter of a century, leading adults and children. And I know she doesn't want me to do this, but I think it's important for everyone to understand who the leader of our organization is and the background that she brings to us. Dr. Garland Thomas McDavid has a diverse and extensive work experience. She currently serves as our Chief Executive Officer at Brooklyn Lab Charter School. Prior to this role, she held a position as Chief Member at Chief, a private network focused on empowering women in senior leadership positions. Dr. Garland Thomas McDavid also established, as an entrepreneur, Garland Leads, where she worked as an executive coach, providing support and guidance to leaders in management in various industries all across the country. Dr. Thomas McDavid has a background in education and leadership, having served as CEO and president of North Lawndale College Prep and Chief Executive Officer of Civitas Education Partners, both in Chicago. Dr. TM, as we affectionately call her, also held prominent positions in the field of education, including the founding principal and lead principal at the Noble Network of Charter Schools, an esteemed network also located in Chicago. She served as an assistant principal at Valley View School District and Indian Prairie School District. In addition to her work in education, Dr. TM has experience in the wellness and fitness industry, having worked as a psychotherapist at the Well Chicago Gym. Throughout her career, Dr. TM has demonstrated a commitment to leadership development, education, and empowering women in positions of power. Dr. TM has an extensive education history. Dr. TM obtained her doctorate of education degree in ed leadership from DePaul University, where she studied from 2003 to 2009. Prior to that, she completed her Bachelor of Science and Master of Science degrees in special education at Florida State University, graduating in 2002. In 1997, she attended the University of Florida, although the degree obtained in fields of study are not specified. She knows what she did. Dr. TM also holds an Associate of Arts degree in General Education from Santa Fe Community College. That was earned between 1995 and 1970. In addition to her academic achievements, Dr. TM has several certifications. She is a ISBE approved school board member trainer. She has also completed the MBTI certification program and is trained to understand all the personality types of individuals. We know that, those who work for her. Furthermore, she holds several other important licenses. And recently, Dr. Thomas McDavid further pursued education at the Quinlan School of Business at Loyola University of Chicago. She's also working towards an MBA, as her bio says. She also is the proud mother of 5 beautiful children, which brings a smile to her face. Her son, who just recently graduated from Brooklyn Lab High School, and a son who also attends in our 6th grade. And so for a wonderful woman who puts her money where her mouth is, I welcome Dr. Thomas McDavid to the podium.
want to hold you long enough to bless you, and I'm just going to thank you for showing me your best scholarly behavior and continuing to show respect for the speakers that have come and taken time out of their busy days to spend with us. Good morning and welcome to our inaugural, our first Scholar Convocation. Growing up in East New York, I never imagined I'd stand here. Not because I didn't dream big, but because life came fast. Personally, I overcame poverty, teen pregnancy, being a high school dropout, crime in my neighborhood, and challenges that make it easy to believe you are not supposed to win. I look at you guys because I remember thinking that I wouldn't live past 19 years old because of all of the crime and all of the violence and all of the tumultuous things in my neighborhood. I would literally imagine something bad happening to me and my not living long. And it occurred to me the other day that I needed to remind you all, because you're sitting in the seat and looking back at me as my younger self, that there is hope. There is a future. And this is why days like today are so important, that you fix your mind on where you're going and what you're going to accomplish. And you don't let anybody stop you or tell you you're not good enough or you're not going to make it or you don't have the chops based on where you come from. I see you snap that young lady, it's worth it, because anything that you set your mind to, you will accomplish. I have the privilege of leading this incredible school community, not just as CEO, but as a mother, as an educator, and a believer in the power of what is possible when people show up, lock arms, and commit to excellence. And that's what today is about, leveling up together. Before we go any further, I want to say thank you to the amazing guests and community members who showed up for us today. Deputy Borough President Kimberly Council, NYSCD Regent Connie Pratt, and a celebrity, Dr. Patrice Austin. Your presence here validates this moment and means everything. As we say in Brooklyn, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with Brooklyn Lab. You continue to make time to pour into our children, even when no one is looking. On behalf of every family, scholar, and staff member at Brooklyn Lab, thank you. We also extend gratitude to the many individuals who made this happen, to News 12 for taking time to be here with us today and caring about our moment. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes that our scholars are not aware of. So to our faculty, our operations team, our leadership team, and to the scholars who are pitching in to make today special, thank you. To Leslie Redwine, Sarah Breslin, Sterling Laurent, the middle school teams, the high school team, and every member of our community who makes this work possible. There's an African proverb that says, who knows what God has brought us in their children? Think about that. You, sitting in this room or watching from your classroom, and I want you to think back to this day, because when we had Success Looks Like Me last year, I stood beside a very prominent architect who works and builds skyscrapers. I love telling people my place is she builds skyscrapers. When we were little girls, I would braid her hair for $5. And we would talk about what we're going to be. And I asked her, standing in the room upstairs, as she was pouring into the community and paying it forward to all of you, I asked her, Kiwanda, do you remember the first model that you made over your house when I came over? She had a little house and it was built up and had trees and all these little things. And she said, of course I remember it. And now she's in a brownstone in Brooklyn, living well, you guys. And so I don't want you to think that you see all of these prominent people up here today, but you don't see yourselves. Time is going to fly out which places with us. It is really possible, and it is really going to happen to the extent that we believe. For those sitting in the classrooms, you might be the future doctor who care for us. Sitting among us are pilots, our lawyers, our local and state officials, the police officers, the scientists who will create the next cures and vaccines. We're here today because we believe that, because we believe in you. Who knows what God has brought us in these children? This gathering is more than a ceremony. It is a symbol of unity, the power of us coming together,
The power of us, scholars, educators, families, and partners, is how we will continue to rise. When we come together, we don't just build better schools. We build better futures. We empower ourselves to pay it forward in our neighborhoods, our communities, and our world. Imagine that this little girl who used to walk around East New York scared, with crack vials on the streets, sometimes blood on the streets, sometimes sleeping at night listening to guns in the backyard, people running through my backyard. If you're from the city, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm standing here because this is true. Now I'm standing here talking to you all, to my seniors. I want to charge you. Class of 2026, you have a responsibility. The rest of the school is watching you. Your family is watching you. Your neighborhood is watching you. And like me, I want you to be able to come full circle and come back and say, I'm a CEO in a community serving children that look like me, that come from where I come from, and I understand them. And so I'm paying it forward and pouring into you guys. And I want you all to pour into the younger people under you by being the best that you can be. The little ones in middle school are watching you. Your neighbors are watching. And whether you realize it or not, you are someone's role model. If you don't like it, that's too bad. Okay? I saw this with my son, Johnny. When we dropped him off at Temple University, I know some of his friends are here. When we dropped him off, I took my grandson, I took my son, and I took my stepson. And at the end of the night, I told him, you showed them what Black boys do after 12th grade. And if you had done something else, you would still be showing them what Black boys do after 12th grade. They look up to you, Johnny, and you matter more than anything I say, anything that anybody else says. So I want you to remember that your family, the young ones, the people in your neighborhood that you don't even realize are watching you, and they're saying to themselves, what should I become? What can I become? You may see that our strategic plan and our renderings of our future building, the future is always on our mind. Make no mistake, the future of Brooklyn Lab is you. This year, we're focused on a few big goals, ones that matter for your experience, your success, and our school community. We're making schools safer, calmer, and more joyful every day. We hope you feel that. We're strengthening how we teach, tutor, support, and challenge our scholars so that no one slips through the cracks. We are building a culture of respect, unity, and high expectations where we lift each other up and not tear each other down. And we're making sure that every senior leaves ready for what's next, for college, career, and life. And over the next 5 years, we're headed to a permanent state-of-the-art home. I can't wait to see those new floors added, the gym added, the locker room added, all of the things that are coming from Brooklyn Lab, so that you can have the learning and dreaming in the environment that you deserve. 100% of our students are walking through Brooklyn Lab stage every year at graduation, ready to thrive. That's the goal. No excuses. We want a school that is known across the city and the nation for producing brilliant, bold, community-minded scholars, and most importantly, a Brooklyn Lab where everyone feels seen, heard, and deeply prepared for the real world. We've got your back. You are not alone, and we will be with you to and through college. This isn't just a school, it's a movement, and movements need leaders. If you remember from the civil rights, the leaders were the kids. The kids protested. The kids had dogs sicked on them. The kids had hoses blown through their hair that was so strong it ripped hair out of their scalps, so that you and I could sit here. And so I don't take it for granted. I don't take it lightly. Everything that they did, that they cared enough about me to stand up. They cared about me to be called names and told things were impossible. They paved the way for us. And we are going to stand on those shoulders with grace, with greatness, and with respect. So to our 8th graders and our 12th graders in the room, and to every scholar watching from your advisory, I bless you, I charge you, I believe in you, and y'all know I love you.
One more time. Dr. Thomas. There was, in my time, there was educator Martha Collins who was just very well regarded and known. And I believe that Dr. Tian is our Martha Collins today. Now we will hear from our wonderful students and their voices, because your voices matter. So one by one, they're going to come up and share our mission and our core values. Brooklyn Lab Charter School, our mission is for Brooklyn Lab prepares and equips scholars with Brooklyn Lab prepares and equips scholars with academic foundation and leadership they need to succeed in college and professional life.
Courage. We fully engage and show up to the challenging days, people, and act without hesitation.
Commitment. We act and behave in a manner that fosters trust on our teams and builds credibility with students, families, and staff.
Compassion. We demonstrate genuine concern about others by expanding support where it's needed. And last, creativity. We demonstrate innovation, adaptability, and flexibility to solve problems.
Thank you, scholars. Our mission and our core values ground us in the purpose of our work and our commitments to our community, and they unite us together. Thank you for sharing. We're now going to watch a video montage of our organization.
Today we come together. Morning we come to mend. Withered we come to weather. Torn we come to tend. Battered we come to better. Tethered by this year of yearning, we are learning that though we weren't ready for this, we have been readied by it. We steadily vow that no matter how we are weighed down, we must always pave a way forward. This hope is our door, our portal. Even if we never get back to normal, someday we can venture beyond it.
We come together. Morning we come to mend. Withered we come to weather. Torn we come to tend. Battered we come to better. Tethered by this year of yearning, we are learning that though we weren't ready for this, we have been readied by it. We steadily vow that no matter how we are weighed down, we must always pave a way forward. This hope is our door, our portal. Even if we never get back to normal, someday we can venture beyond it, to leave the known and take the first steps. So let us not return to what was normal, but reach toward what is next. What was cursed, we will cure. What was plagued, we will prove pure. Where we tend to argue, we will try to agree. Those fortunes we forswore, now the future we foresee. Where we weren't aware, we're now awake. Those moments we missed are now these moments we make, the moments we meet. And our hearts, once all together beaten, now all together heartbeat. Come, look up with kindness yet, for even solace can be sourced from sorrow. We remember not just for the sake of yesterday, but to take on tomorrow. We heed this old spirit in a new day's lyric in our hearts. We hear it for Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne. Be bold, saying time this year. Be bold, saying time for when you honor yesterday.
Amanda Gorman, who is an American poet, activist, and model who advocates for racial equality, gender justice, and environmentalism. She was born in Los Angeles and graduated from Harvard with a degree in sociology. In 2017, she became the first National Youth Poet Laureate and performed for influential figures like Hillary Clinton, Al Gore, and Lin-Manuel Miranda. She also presented that poem at a presidential inauguration. Now, we are honored to hear from our special invited guests who bring wisdom, leadership, inspiration to our Lab family. We are so grateful for their presence and we look forward to their words today. Kimberly Council is our Deputy Borough President, reverent and fierce community advocate. All the words you can use to describe Kim Council. All her life, Reverend Kim Council has dedicated her career to communities and the people of Brooklyn, focused on finding ways to better lives and strengthen opportunities for all. As Deputy Borough President, she carries this work out on a borough-wide scale, working with faith-based and community leaders to find some of the biggest challenges facing our borough, from housing to food insecurity and violence. Please welcome Deputy Borough President and Reverend Kim Council to the podium.
As we said, I'm Reverend Kim Council, and I have the privilege of serving as Deputy Borough President, and I bring greetings on behalf of our Borough President, the Honorable Antonio Reynoso. Is Brooklyn in the house? Yeah. Come on, man, is Brooklyn in the house? I know it's a little early. I'm a preacher, you know, I'm a practice preacher, so that means the quicker you respond, the quicker I'll sit down. I'm just messing. Today's a big deal. It's the beginning of your 2025-2026 academic career, and I want to start out by acknowledging your leadership, your CEO, Dr. Garland Thomas McDavid, all of the administrators and staff, the honored guests to be here today, your regent for Brooklyn, Hassani Pratt, and each and every one of you who are here. Since I knew that I was going to be speaking at this convocation, I was trying to figure out some things that I could say to you that you would actually remember. I want you to know that today is a milestone, that you've gone through life's challenges and had your academic career interrupted by a global pandemic. But here you sit reaping the rewards of all of your hard work and your sacrifices to move forward down this next path of this next year of your life. You've proven to yourself and your community that you can face any obstacle and succeed. So I want to share with you some wisdom, some words of wisdom that I'm sure you're going to forget. As you move forward in life, I want you to remember that your attitude will determine your altitude. Don't allow anything or anyone to distract you from your goals. You have to believe in yourself and trust yourself and strive to be your best self when there is no crowd that is cheering you on. Inevitably, there are going to be some people who, for whatever reason, they start out with you, but then at some point they move on. Perhaps you don't miss them. Perhaps you are trying to figure out why. How many of you have ever seen a spaceship take off? Come on. You ever seen a rocket ship take off? Well, let me tell you what happens. When a rocket ship takes off, a rocket ship has on either side of it these things that are called solid rocket boosters. And these solid rocket boosters assist them for the first 2 minutes of their ascent into the atmosphere. And they help to guide them as they exit Earth's gravitational pull. But once they reach a certain altitude, they fall off because they're not equipped to go with the orbiter into the next level. I need you to understand that everybody in your crowd may not always be in your corner. But don't stress when relationships get complicated, because you've got to keep leveling up. I believe that some relationships are complicated on purpose and that people come into your life for a reason, for a season, and for a lifetime. The reason might be to teach you a lesson, learn the lesson and don't look back. The season might be to get you through something, and once that season is, you got to keep moving forward. Some, if they've come for a lifetime, you've got to cherish them and don't take them for granted. I'm a proud graduate of North Carolina Central University. At NCCU, our mascot was an eagle. And the chancellor, the founder of the university, I'm told, because it was founded in 1910, I don't know this for a fact, but I'm told, that he would walk around talking to the students and encourage them and explain why the eagle was their mascot. He would say that the eagle is no ordinary barnyard fowl, but a mighty bird. And the eagle moves through the landscape primarily by soaring. They spread their wings outwards and they rarely flap, saving considerable energy relying on air currents in order to gain altitude. Soaring is different from flying. When you fly, you're flapping your wings against gravity and exerting energy to rise higher. When you soar, you are quickly rising as the wind slips below you. You rise higher and higher. It's a special kind of glide in which this big bird flies using a rising air current. Because the air is rising, the bird can maintain its height relative to the ground. In other words, this big bird is rising using the air to propel it higher. It's not exerting energy on unnecessary stuff. It is evolved to the place where it has learned to use the things around it in order to, in the atmosphere, in order to reach its destination. And so I encourage you, scholars of Brooklyn Lab, to stay focused because we're counting on you to take back the city, the state, and even the country and the world to the next level. You got to stay focused on your goals and accentuate the positive, and you got to eliminate negativity. Don't even pay attention to your haters. Haters are gonna hate, but while they're hating on you, you gotta keep soaring. It's my sincere hope that when people tell you to stand back, that you stand up. If they tell you to shut up, that you speak up. That you stay focused and keep moving forward. Remember, I told you that the eagle is no ordinary barnyard fowl, but a mighty bird. The average adult eagle weighs about 14 pounds and has a wingspan of about 8 feet. Most birds don't mess with the eagle, but crows never got that message. The crow will sit on the neck of the eagle and it will peck at the eagle's neck. They actually sit on it and bite at its neck. The eagle, it doesn't respond. It doesn't fight with the crow. It doesn't flap. It doesn't try to get the crow off. It doesn't turn its neck to try to figure out what's going on. It simply opens its wings and it begins to rise higher in the sky. The higher the eagle gets, the harder it is for the crow to breathe, and it eventually falls off due to a lack of oxygen. There are some things that are not worth your energy, so don't even warrant a response. Plot this. I want you to understand that you're on the perimeter of promise. You are pregnant with possibility. You are beautiful. You are brilliant. You are fierce. You've got to stay focused on your goals, spread your wings, and soar. What you've accomplished today is major. You are sitting in school and you live in a country that most people take the freedoms that we have for granted. You've proven to yourself and others what you can achieve when you set your heart and mind to work. This is a great beginning, but it's time to soar, to be all that you were created to be. And as you were soaring, I hope that you would dream like Parthia Hall. Parthia Hall prayed about her dream that inspired Martin Luther King to preach about his, that you would fight like Fannie Lou Hamer, who in 1964 was a delegate to the Democratic National Convention, but was denied access because of her color. And she declared that nobody is free until everybody is free. Can you organize like Ella Baker, who worked alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and A. Philip Randolph, and declared that we who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes? Can you run like Shirley Chisholm, who was a black woman from Brooklyn, who was unbossed and unbought, the first black woman elected to Congress, who said that if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair? Can you break barriers like Kamala Harris? They counted her out when she folded her presidential campaign. They tried to label her as aggressive when they were considering potential running mates for Joe Biden, but look what she accomplished.
She was elected in March 2024 to represent Brooklyn's 2nd Judicial District on the New York State Board of Regents and re-elected to a full 5-year term April 1st, 2025. Dr. Pratt is a graduate of North Carolina A&T University and Harvard University Kennedy School. She built a career spanning government, policy, higher education, and advocacy. Regent Pratt began her employment at Deloitte in New York City, later becoming National Director of Say Yes to Education, where she expanded access to higher education for diverse public school students and families. She now serves as Senior Advisor at the National Urban League, leveraging her expertise to advance equity and opportunity for underserved communities. A lifelong advocate for children and education, Regent Pratt has deeply been involved in her community and elected PTA officer, fundraiser, and volunteer in public schools. She also served on the charter school board a little while ago. Her leadership is shaped by a legacy of military service in her family and a personal commitment to resilience, empathy, and public service. She is a highly devoted mother of 5 and grandmother of 4, living in Brooklyn with her husband, Dr. Michael Pratt, and their children, where they remain active in local initiatives to strengthen families and communities in Brooklyn. Please welcome Regent Hassani Pratt.
We have an annual football game called the Aggie Eagle Classic, and it is unfortunate that I had to follow my soror and her delivering of remarks. Thank you, wonderful people. And so I want to say, again, my name is Hassani Pratt, and I want to say good morning to the parents. Where are the parents? You're online. I just want you to know your presence here is felt. I'm looking at all your beautiful children out here. To the staff, thank you for your dedication to these young people. We need you. Because you could be doing something else, but you chose to be here with us and these kids right here in Brooklyn. And to our scholars, man, you do not know what it looks like for me to be standing up here to look at all of you and realize just how bright our future is. So, to me, what does it mean to level up? You may think about your video game, your favorite video game. I remember my son, who is now 14 and in the 9th grade, when he wanted to play Fortnite. Level 1. Y'all remember level 1? Because I know all of you passed level 1. You guys remember level 1? And what it took, all that practice, all that time, your parents said you get out the game, right? What happened? You guys got better. You took time to level up, and it seemed impossible to beat the game. It seemed impossible to go to the next level. And sometimes you failed. Many times you failed. Many times you guys got killed, right? First 3 minutes. Come out the sky. New character, right? You guys know. I only know because I watched. I never played the game. I watched. And I watched my son fail and fail and fail. Life kind of works the same way. Academic success starts the same way. Personal growth is the same way. Every day, you have the opportunity to gain experience and points in real life. Through every math problem you solve, through every book you read, every time you help a classmate, every time you choose to do something. Sometimes you try, but you get back up. Failure is only temporary. Sometimes you may not get the highest grade on the test, but the question always is, did you do your best? And I remember my freshman year in college, I was at the top of my game, so I thought. And I get to my freshman class, it was a chemistry polymer class. And that class, I went to class every day, I read every day, and I got my first test back. And it was the first time I had ever gotten an F on an exam. And you have no idea how much I like freshmen, because I was an A student. What you don't realize is that sometimes you don't always have the tools necessary and it takes other people to help us to get to where we need to be. And so I did what someone told me to do, which was to go see my professor at office hours. You guys know what that means? Go see your professor at the time they allot for you. You may see that grade, and some of us be like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I'll never pass this class, or I can't get it. But you need others to help you along that journey. Take advantage of what these instructors, your professors, your teaching aides, your principal will do for you. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna help you to level up. And your job is just to do your best. Here at Brooklyn Lab, your leaders believe in the power of a growth mindset. This means that believing that your abilities can develop through dedication and hard work. That's what I just said. So let me tell you about someone who truly understood what it means to level up. Michael Jordan. Now, many of you might know him as the greatest basketball player of all time. My son disputes it. He says LeBron. Okay, but in my day, it's Michael Jordan. How many of you think that LeBron James is the #1 basketball player? Okay, I got some hands in here. You guys know about Michael Jordan though? You know that he was cut from his high school basketball team as a sophomore? You guys know that? He failed. Sophomore in high school, he was cut from his basketball team. Can you imagine the future NBA legend, 6-time championship ring, cut from his basketball team? So what he did, instead, he used that rejection to fuel him to just go practice more. You know what Michael Jordan did? He did 1,000 free throws every single day. Every single day. And you know what he also had? He had coaches that believed in him. He had teammates that pushed him. He had mentors who showed up for him. That's what you're gonna get here from the lab. He understood that even the greatest players need a team. Nobody does this alone. Years later, when he was asked about his success, he said he failed over and over and over again. And that's why he succeeded. Every failure taught him something. Every setback made him stronger. As my historic hymn said, Deputy Borough President said, every setback is a setup for a comeback. And what I will tell you is that your challenge this year is to challenge yourself to go beyond what's required. Maybe you're someone who stays quiet in class. This year, you're gonna raise your hand. You're gonna share your thoughts. Your thoughts are brilliant. And other people in the classroom need to learn and hear from you. You may be someone who avoids difficult subjects. Oh, I don't wanna do science, I don't wanna do math, I don't wanna do algebra 2, I don't wanna do geometry. That's the old you. Today is the beginning of a new school year, an opportunity to be a better you. The beautiful thing about leveling up is that it's personal. Your level 2 might be different from your classmate's level 2. And that's perfectly okay. What matters is that you're growing, that you're pushing yourself, and you're becoming the best version of you. You are leveling up. Now, there's so much more than just completing the 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 11th grade. How many seniors do we have in this room? How many seniors do we have in this room? All right, class of 2026. Now, the study habits that you develop will serve you well in college and your professional career. You're learning how to learn. You're developing resilience. You're building character. You're preparing for the future that's brighter than you can imagine. What I'm going to tell you is that you got to follow through your commitments. Set high expectations for yourself. That's the first step. Write down what it is that you want to do. And follow up and show up. Even when you don't feel like it, I know how it is. Monday morning is like the hardest day of the week. You come off of the weekend and you're like, I gotta go to work, I gotta go to school, I gotta get up, you gotta get here on time. Attendance is hugely important. Now you may not realize when you're missing, your classmates are the ones who are missing out on your expertise, your thoughts. They thrive off of you. And you seniors, when you don't show up, those younger kids that look at you. Did you hear what your CEO said earlier? Your school leaders, they look at you. We need you to challenge yourselves. So, there's a song that captures the spirit perfectly. When Sierra sings about leveling up, she's talking about that same energy we want to bring this year. She reminds us that we have the power to rise above, to grow beyond where we are today. Take that energy, that determination to level up. Bring us in every classroom, every assignment, every challenge you face. So, EJ, I need your help. Now, it's time to go out here and show the world what Brooklyn Lab Scholars can do. So DJ, I need you to assist me. My sixth graders, you guys are online. Do I have any sixth graders in here? Do I have eighth graders in here? Eighth graders and 12th graders? Okay, DJ, so I want to see who's gonna level up here. DJ, can you help me? All right, eighth graders. Stand up, eighth graders, stand up. The people in this building, they support you. That school leader came up here to show y'all how to level up. Yes, he did. Now that seems to be like one of the coolest administrative staff people I have seen in a long time. That's a Brooklyn Lab reason. All right, Mr. Brown, we appreciate you. Man, you all make my day, and I'm so proud of you. And I can't wait to come back to graduation to see every single last one of you walk across that stage. I cannot wait to see what you do afterwards, and I'm going to show you, just remember that you all are leveling up and setting image and showing these eighth graders what's possible. So let's continue to do what Brooklyn Lab does, and that is to show up, show out, and represent Brooklyn all day long. Thank you.
Thank you so much, friends. We leveling up, and it sounds like we're going to have some leveling up competitions coming up soon, so we can get that right. So how many of you like to go to the dentist? Like to go to the dentist. Okay. So, I love to go to the dentist. In fact, when I was a child, I actually used to work in the dentist because my dentist was my godmother, and she was my first employer when I was 10. Dr. Patrice Austin is here with us today, and she is a New York City cosmetic dentist who rose to fame after treating the likes of Cardi B, DJ Khaled, and more. Oh, now you're interested. Dr. Austin has been in the cosmetic dental business for years before her rise to fame, and she's my personal friend. But her recent release of 2 best-selling books, Get Smiled and The Ultimate Guide to Charcoal Teeth Whitening, helped push her into the spotlight. She has also been named one of the top 25 women in dentistry by Dental Products Report magazine and a 2018 dental influencer by Clear, establishing her reputation as one of the best cosmetic dentists in New York City and beyond. In practice, the cosmetic dentistry procedures make all the difference because when you're happy with your smile, you're guaranteed to smile more. And believe it or not, smiling has been linked to lower stress levels, increased productivity, and much more. I am so grateful Dr. Patrice Austin has come to share with us today. We are a STEAM school, which means that we focus on sciences, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And because we're a STEAM school, we love having Dr. Austin with us today because she works in the STEAM industry. Dr. Austin.
Make some noise if you are excited for the school year. Let me hear you make some noise. How many of you in this room have big dreams? Raise your hand. Where's my future doctors? Anybody in here want to be a dentist? I see. Oh, yes. Anybody in here want to be a dentist? Engineers, designers, anybody? Okay, all right. So that's what I'm talking about. Because let me just tell you, here's the truth. When I was younger, I was about your age 15, when I discovered that I wanted to be a dentist, and it was because I hated my smile. When I was younger in grade school, I used to get talked about. They used to tear my teeth up because I had multiple spaces, my teeth were flared out. They called me all the names, Bugs Bunny, railroad tracks, all of this stuff, and I hated my smile, and I was an introvert. I hated people. I hid from all the other kids. I didn't have confidence, and when I got to high school, that pivotal age when you want to fit in, you want to be one of the cool kids, I had my breaking point, y'all. I said, you know what, I want to feel sexy, I want to feel confident, I want to just be one of the cool kids. And my mom in Flint, Michigan, single parent, said, you know what, I know my baby doesn't feel good about her teeth, so I'm going to get her the braces that I know she needs. And when I got those braces at age 15, they came off at 16, woo, you could not tell me nothing. Woo! I felt like I was Beyonce. I was like Miss America. And what I discovered is that people really look at your teeth. Like, it is one of the first things that people will notice about you. Is your business card, it is your mood ring, it is your greeting card. It will attract that first impression is everything. So I said, I want to be a dentist because I then had the confidence to join the dance squad, to get my first boyfriend. Hey, Scott Newman in Flint, Michigan. Hey. I went on to win Prettiest Smile. And that's when I said, wow, this smile thing is something really powerful, and I want to help other people feel the power of the smile. But I didn't come from money. I thought my mom had a college fund, but no, she was like, you better apply for some scholarships, and that's what I did. I went on to University of Michigan. I majored in psychology, and then I went on to University of Maryland in Baltimore, got my dental school degree, and then I got to New York in 1996. And let me tell y'all about 1996 Brooklyn. Y'all know 1996 is that's when Biggie was out. That's when Tupac, he was in Brooklyn, but that's when Jay-Z, Busta Rhymes, and I was like, and then comedy, Def Comedy Jam. So I used to hang out in the village of New York for $5 in my new dentist budget, and I used to network and hang out with comedians. And I started to meet young Kevin Hart. He sucked back then, by the way. You did not tell me that he was going to become the big star that he is today. He was terrible, he'll tell you. But I started to be around entertainers, and I got my Oprah aha moment when I said, you know what? I love dentistry, I'm a dentist now. I love hip hop and comedy. I want to become the dentist to the stars. And so what I did, y'all, is I put my name on the business card. Didn't have a business at the time, but I was about to manifest or fake it till you make it. And I hit the streets of New York, hitting all the hot spots. And one day I went to P. Diddy's restaurant. Celebrities used to hang out. We used to turn that restaurant into a dance club. And you would see young Derek Jeter, Mariah Carey, all the big stars would hang out there. And I was like, well, that's where I need to be. If I'm going to become this dentist to the stars, I'm going to hang out there. So one day I see this musical legend. Your parents might know his name. Y'all heard of Isaac Hayes? Shut your mouth. He was sitting there having dinner. And I had my little business card with Dr. Patrice on it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go over there and interrupt this dinner. What can I lose? I got nothing to lose, but if I go over there and say, hey, you never know what can happen. So that's what I did. I took this card and I said, excuse me, Mr. Isaac Hayes, I don't mean to interrupt your dinner, but I don't know if you have a dentist or if you don't like your dentist, but here's my card. If you are looking for a new dentist, I would love to be your dentist. Thank you, young lady. He said, thank you, young lady. He looked at the card, he looked at me, and he was like, young lady, I ain't never seen a dentist that looked like you. Would you like to sit down and have dinner with me? And the rest is history. I sat down, I had dinner with him, I took that shot, and then I acquired him as my first celebrity client. And from there, I went on to treat Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott, and then a decade later, I got a call from Mona Scott Young, the producer of Love and Hip Hop, and she said, you know what, I've been watching you, and I see these people talking about Cardi B's teeth on this show. Would you like to be her dentist? And that's how I got Cardi B. And so Cardi B, you know, when I met her, she was very raw. She didn't have the most perfect smile, but she had grit, she had hustle. And that's what I want you guys to know. She barely had money to pay her dancers. She worked 6 days a week on tour. She would come back to me because she only had Sundays off, and I would do her dental work. And eventually she went on to become the big star that she is. And I had no idea she was gonna create this song called Bodak Yellow and have this famous line. Y'all know it? Got a bag and fix my teeth. But that line, okay, and it's not cheap. But she had that grit, she had that hustle, and that's what I want to share with you guys today. If you have this big dream, make sure that you keep showing up. Success isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Every class, every assignment, every practice, you've got to show up. Turn your challenges into your power. The tough moments, and it gets tough. I even still today have challenges in my business and life, but that's where strength is built. Every obstacle, you've heard this over and over again, is an opportunity to grow. And finally, make sure that you guys stick together and lift each other up. Nobody succeeds alone. Lean on your teachers, your family, your classmates, your confidants. Celebrate each other's wins. When you shine, your whole crew at Brooklyn Lab Community shines. So my challenge to you today is to dream big, grind hard, believe in yourself, even when other people don't. Let me tell you, when I had this dream, my mother's sister wrote me a 4-page handwritten letter telling me, you're gonna end up pregnant, you're gonna end up failing with your career. You need to start small. Don't do this big dream of being a celebrity dentist. And my goal, even though that was my family member, was to prove her wrong. And she ended up eating those words. She apologized. but she didn't even see the vision. So even if you have people in your family that don't believe in you, shut those haters down and prove them wrong. Okay? If I can migrate to a business eventually and become one of the top businesses in the world, you can do the same thing in whatever you want to do. And thank you guys. I know you guys are going to crush it this year. I am so honored to be here and have a good school year. Bye.
And one thing I have to say about Dr. Austin, we went to college together. She's responsible for me becoming a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. She is. She's legend. I shouldn't say that on video. But the one thing that I will say is she's the most meticulous, caring dentist. And she doesn't just treat celebrities. She actually treats anybody who wants to have a beautiful smile. And I'm so grateful to know her and to have allowed her to actually tinker around in my mouth. So, thank you. Come on, everyone. Okay, the next thing that I'll say here is our speakers were phenomenal, were they not? To do right now is to bring each one of them back up. Deputy Borough President Kimberly Council, Regent Hassani Pratt, Dr. Patrice Austin, all members of the wonderful, illustrious Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, along with our CEO. And we would love preview for some specialists like me, but we would like to give a token of our appreciation to each of our speakers today for their time and their travels and all that they've accomplished. Thank you. Brooklyn Lab is better because of you, and we know that this is going to be the year that this school levels up. Thank you. We have just a few more things to do before we dismiss. Everybody loving this presentation and our convocation so far? Should we do this again? We have some work to do. We have some work to do, scholars. Okay, this is the time where we acknowledge our staff. At this time, we would like to acknowledge the heart of Brooklyn Lab, our amazing staff of educators, non-instructional members, leaders, the people who come to work here every day. If you have been at Lab for, all of its existence, if you just got here yesterday, if you're on your way here to Lab, we are so grateful to the gifts you give to our scholars daily, the love that you pour into them, the dedication that you have to make it here on time and every day in a way that is selfless and giving to our scholars. Many of them don't know it yet, but they're going to think about you as they go on in life. They're going to think about who was the best teacher that I had, who showed up for me, who was the person who helped me solve that math problem when I went to go during office hours, which Regent Pratt talked about. So thank you so much to our staff. We're excited today to announce a first ever award that we're going to be giving. This is a day of firsts. It's our first convocation, and it's also going to be the first of our Fred Awards. So in Dr. TM's office, there's this wonderful book. It's called The Fred Factor. You started reading it? Yeah. I did too. I actually took a copy of the book this week and I couldn't sleep. And so I opened the book and I literally just started reading it. Anybody can read this book. One of the highlights of the convocation is the inaugural Brooklyn Lab Fred Awards, inspired by this book. Dr. Tam likes us to read lots of books so that we continually feed our spirits and our souls and nurture our abilities to support our scholars. But these awards are going to celebrate the members of our community who embody extraordinary service, commitment, and care every day. At Brooklyn Lab, FRED stands for Faithful to the Mission, Relationships that Inspire, Excellence in Action, and Dedication to Students and the Community. Each year, we are going to honor our teachers and leaders in the spring who demonstrate these qualities, not only through their professional excellence, but here through the spirit that they bring to Brooklyn Lab. To receive a FRED Award is someone who's going to be recognized not just for achievement, but for lifting others up. Sound familiar? Today, we are proud to announce this new recognition for our amazing team. And we have selection criteria, and we'll be sharing that in a follow-up email to all of the teachers and leaders at Lab. But we look out for making this FRED Award a big deal here at Brooklyn Lab because we love our staff and faculty so much. So without further ado, we are going to move to our senior pinning ceremony. This is the epitome of what being at Brooklyn Lab is all about. It's about the matriculation to becoming seniors. And as a mom of two recent high school graduates, I know how special this moment is to our parents who are at home watching, to all of you who are sitting in the audience. This is the moment we've been waiting for. 8th graders, our hope is that you are sitting on this side of the room in 2029 at our convocation that year. We want to make sure that you have the ability to sit in the seats of our beautiful scholars that seated before me. I would like to invite our 12th grade team to take a row along with our team lead to provide the pin. This is going to be a very special tradition to honor our 12th graders. Each of our seniors is beginning the final chapter here at Brooklyn Lab. Their next steps, college, career, and life, are rooted in the commitment we share to see them accepted to and through successful colleges. Today, each senior will receive a pin placed on their right side as a symbol of that commitment. Remember, commitment is one of our core values. This pin represents not only their resilience and hard work, but the unwavering support of their teachers, families, and the entire lab community. I'd like to invite our grade level chair, Ms. Lopez Cortez, along with members of the 12th grade team, to join our seniors and walk beside them to challenge them and celebrate their journey. We want to make sure that everybody has a pen. Did everybody place the pen on your right side? This is a very important moment. Our 12th grade team lead will tell us when everybody has received their pin. Are we good, Ms. Lopez? Would you like to make some comments? Yes.
Hello, scholars. May I get your attention? All right, so I am speaking to the seniors, but for the 8th graders, let this be a moment of time travel. It's only a couple of years where you will be seated in the seniors' seats. Senior scholars, let me begin by just sharing what you might already know and feel. The 12th grade team is really honored to be your teachers, be your advocates. I'm gonna make sure everyone's listening in. In the last couple of weeks, we've had the honor to meet you, to get to know you, and to see the way that you show up in such a unique and refreshing manner. We encourage you to continue to meet and exceed the expectations so that we can gear up to a spectacular year. I hope you picked up on the pun. Please take 10 seconds. Please take 10 seconds to make sure your pin is on your right side. Right side, strong side. All right, seniors, may I get your attention, please, in 3, 2, and 1. If you still need a pin, raise a silent hand. Okay, seniors, we're gonna have one call and response. When I say we are, you're gonna say class of 2026. Say it loud, say it proud, because we're all graduating in June. Are we ready? We are! We are! We are!
Thank you so much to our 12th grade team and to the class of 2026. Wear this print pin with pride and let it remind you that you are part of the legacy, that you have a community behind you, and that your future at Brooklyn Labs and beyond is bright. We will see you to and through college. At this time, we're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna turn it over to the extraordinary Principal Sean Harris, who's gonna lead us into moments of celebration. Thank you, Principal Harris.
Thank you. 12th graders, most of the 12th graders, I've been here with you since you was in 6th grade and you transferred in. I'm glad that we had the opportunity. Thank you to all our speakers. What we want to do is a little chant. We've been over the years, we've been trying to go ahead and get a chant together, just so we can go ahead. But this year, and shout out to Ms. B for our 12th graders, we want to go ahead this year when we go to athletic games, when we go to homecoming, the energy has to be up. Our speaker, she came in, she said, hey, I need everybody to be chanting, right? There was no energy, right? So me and Mr. Grant and some of the seniors, 12th graders, we want to go ahead and bring something to you. Anybody right now in the classroom, I want y'all to go ahead and get turned up. Teachers, please, I apologize, right? I apologize in advance. I want to go ahead, you stay in your seats, or we're going to have to give it up. Right now, we're going to have Coach Grant, and we're going to have someone else. Let's give a round of applause. Okay. Here we go, here we go. There we go. Look at these young men right here. There we go. Here we go. Come on. Here we go. Line up. Here we go. Let's go. Come around here. Come on. We got no space. Make sure you don't hit the shoes. Don't hit the shoes. Here we go. We're going to put up a little bit. Here we go. Now, we are Brooklyn School, so every time that we level it up, we level it up for all of you, right? And so anytime we in any space, I want to make sure our energy is all the way up. Individuals, all our classes, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 11, y'all excited. Here we go. Hey, hold up. You hear my voice clap, bro? Hear my voice clap twice? Okay. Y'all know how I feel. We go all the way up, all right? So we're going to go ahead and great. And I want y'all to join in. DJ, you don't want to drop that, but we're going to go ahead and get this right. Mr. Grant.
12th grade, if you do not participate, I have y'all tomorrow and Friday will be suicide.
And 8th grade, I know y'all like that recess. Please make sure anybody behind our speakers do not kick. Just make sure you're doing it in your seat, all right? Mr. Grant, let's go.
Let's get it. Y'all ready? Brooklyn, like, what time is it? It's time to get loud. It's time to level up. What time is it? It's time to get loud. It's time to level up. Brooklyn, like, what time is it? It's time to get loud. It's time to level up. Brooklyn, like, what time is it? It's time to get loud. Brooklyn, like, what time is it? It's time to get loud.
Oh, you just turn it down. You gotta turn it off. Listen up. I want y'all to be excited about education like y'all excited about everything else. All right? It's a great equalizer. All right? I need everybody to hear my voice. Your voice should be on. And 2, 3. Thank you. My classes, thank you. I want y'all to stand up. These I'm asking y'all to stand up. Right? Our black and brown community, I want to make sure y'all standing up and understanding. Education is a great equalizer. Today, I want to give us a round of applause for our speakers one more time. Ms. Redwine, Dr. Garland, and everybody, you all, people, all of our scholars, still we have talking, here we go. All of our scholars that are in the classrooms, this is about us. And this year, our job is to go ahead and level up. Thank you guys, all right? Have a good one. Have a seat. Have a seat so we'll close out. Thank you, Mr. Grant.
There was only one person who could do that. And so I'd like to thank Principal Harris for making that moment great. So we had a wonderful convocation. I'll wait. We had an amazing convocation today. You heard from your scholars. You heard from Dr. TM. You saw yourselves in a beautiful video. You heard from amazing speakers like our Deputy Borough President, Regent Pratt, and VIP Smiles celebrity dentist, Dr. Patrice Austin. You heard a beautiful song from Miss Lashley. And you had a chance to level up. And we want you to make sure you don't forget that this year. This year we have goals, Brooklyn Lab. We have goals to meet and achieve and exceed, and we know you can do it. And let this day be a reminder to you and to the parents at home that support you and make sure you have what you need to be here, that you can do it. You have so many people behind you, and this is just the beginning. And so I want to take this moment to thank every single person that made this event a success, because it feels so good sitting from where we are to watch you and to support you and celebrate you. Thank you, Brooklyn Lab. We are going to dismiss. Thank you. Hold on. Let's wait for some instructions for dismissal. We're going to leave out with our 8th grade team, but our 8th grade team will come to the side here and they will dismiss you. 8th grade team, do we want to come up and maybe dismiss by row? Thank you. Ms. Edberry is coming to the front.
Thank you. So, real quick, if you hear my voice is off. 2, 3. Thank you. So what we're gonna do is get 8th grade out first because 12th grade y'all on this floor. We're gonna move very quickly. If you're in classrooms right now, please make sure that you're filling out those forms and the sheets. It's very important that we go ahead and get those. All right. If we go follow the direction of Ms. Edberry, 12th grade, please just make sure I have a seat. DJ, can we go with something soft real quick? Wow, 12th grade, wait. Thank y'all, 12th grade. Can't wait for graduation. Follow Ms. Edberry's instruction.